Blake Lively did not even read the book that the movie was based on. We're not talking War and Peace, and then she wanted to she like Zayd all of the wardrobe choices, because when you're making a movie about a poor woman who's suffering from domestic violence, you want her to look like she has money. Right? That Blake said that she looks like she has money, and she's dressing in florals, and then she's going on this press tour pushing her liquor line and her hair care line, because that's what women who are trying to escape with their lives are worried about. Imagine a world where Hollywood's dazzling lights meet the earnest intentions of charity on the surface. It's a picture of perfect synergy. Celebrity influence amplified for good. Genuine causes propelled by star power. This was the promise when Blake Lively, the actress synonymous with effortless charm and a vast social media empire, aligned herself with Silver Veil, an profit organization lauded for its impactful global and local initiatives. Silver Veil wasn't just any charity, it was a beacon of hope known for its innovative programs and ability to harness celebrity magnetism for real world change. Donors and supporters alike envisioned a golden era where Blake's star power would catapult Silver Veil to unprecedented heights of impact and recognition. Blake in turn seemed to embrace this philanthropic venture with open arms, cultivating an image of genuine commitment and shared purpose. But beneath this shimmering facade of celebrity philanthropy, a darker narrative was quietly unfolding. Cracks were beginning to appear in the picture. Perfect image hinting at a complex web of Hollywood maneuvering and potential ethical compromises that would soon send shock waves far beyond the red carpets and fundraising galas. The seemingly ideal partnership was about to take a dramatic and deeply unsettling turn, but I was like just tracking him down, and then I finally got to read the script, and then the script was a thriller, so that was a little confusing to me because he's like such a funny director, and so I said, you know what is this, 'cause the script is definitely like a twisting, turning, intense thriller. Is it a comedy or a thriller? And he said yes, so then every day on set I was like, it's today a comedy or is it a thriller? And it's like, yeah, it's like really kind of over the top and campy and trashy and fun, and like, kind of like my outfit. I guess the genesis of the partnership between Blake Lively and Silver Veil was heralded not merely as a collaboration but as a landmark achievement, a synergistic union poised to redefine the landscape of celebrity-driven philanthropy. For Silver Veil, securing the public endorsement and active participation of an A-list celebrity of Blake Lively's caliber represented a strategic masterstroke, a calculated move designed to amplify their message, broaden their donor base, and elevate their profile on the global stage. The nonprofit had painstakingly cultivated a reputation for efficacy, transparency, and unwavering commitment to its core mission, championing a diverse and impactful portfolio of causes ranging from grassroots community development initiatives to ambitious, large-scale global aid programs. Blake Lively, with her stratospheric social media reach, her carefully constructed persona of approachable relatability, and her undeniable star power, appeared to be the quintessential ambassador to propel their mission into new territories and resonate with previously untapped demographics. Early announcements of the partnership were met with a wave of overwhelmingly positive responses, generating effusive praise from media outlets, enthusiastic endorsements from industry insiders, and a palpable surge of excitement within the philanthropic community. Silver Veil's fundraising events, once successful but relatively low-key affairs, suddenly became highly coveted tickets, drawing a new echelon of high-profile donors and generating Unprecedented levels of media attention. Donors demonstrably inspired and energized by Blake's visible and vocal involvement responded with extraordinary generosity, opening their philanthropic coffers wider than ever before, spurred by the promise of amplified impact and the allure of associating with a cause championed by a beloved celebrity icon. Blake herself actively engaged with the charity in highly visible ways, gracing fundraising galas with her presence, lending her voice and image to social media campaigns, and radiating an aura of genuine enthusiasm and deep-seated commitment to the collaborative endeavor. The partnership was strategically framed, not merely as a superficial celebrity endorsement or a fleeting public relations exercise. It was meticulously presented as a profound and authentic alignment of shared values, a powerful and enduring force for positive societal change, a shining example of how celebrity influence could be harnessed for the greater good. Yet even amidst the effervescent atmosphere of celebratory galas, the relentless cycle of optimistic press releases, and the seemingly unwavering public enthusiasm, a subtle, almost imperceptible unease began to permeate the ridiculously routinely plague film productions. These were whispers of a distinctly different, far more unsettling and intrinsically more damaging nature. They hinted at deeper, more complex interpersonal conflicts, simmering power struggles, and a pervasive atmosphere of tension and unease that extended far beyond the usual parameters of typical Hollywood ego clashes or artistic differences. What was particularly alarming, deeply perplexing, and increasingly impossible to ignore was the persistent and disconcerting recurrence of Silver Vale's name in direct and often unfavorable connection with this burgeoning on-set drama involving Blake. Lively at first blush, the connection seemed almost surreal, a bizarre and illogical entanglement of the seemingly disparate worlds of charitable giving and celebrity-driven film production, a nonsensical juxtaposition of altruistic intent and the often cutthroat realities of the entertainment industry. Surely any minor localized friction between a film director and a lead actress on a movie set, however acrimonious or disruptive, could not possibly possess any substantive bearing on the operations, reputation, or ethical standing of a respected and globally focused nonprofit organization. But as the initial whispers grew louder, more insistent, and increasingly pervasive, a distinctly disturbing and undeniably coherent pattern began to coalesce. These were not isolated random incidents of inconsequential set-related gossip, quickly dismissed and forgot. They carried a far more insidious, strategically calculated undertone, hinting at a deliberate and potentially manipulative strategy, a carefully orchestrated campaign that threatened to insidiously drag Silver Vale with its carefully cultivated image of integrity and altruism directly into the ethically murky, often morally ambiguous, and perpetually treacherous waters of celebrity public relations, reputation management, and damage control. The initial casual industry chatter, once easily dismissed as irrelevant background noise, was rapidly and disconcertingly evolving into a serious and deeply troubling ethical question, mark a looming crisis of conscience that Silver Vale could no longer afford to passively observe or strategically ignore. I internalized that as opportunity. We had such a responsibility to this audience to deliver something and to have the opportunity to deliver something for a passionate group of people. As someone who was so deeply passionate myself, I was so excited about that. I would so much rather have that than people who are indifferent. The ethereal whispers and unsubstantiated rumors soon began to solidify into something far more tangible, far more concrete, and infinitely more damning, irrefutable. Documentary evidence presented in the form of leaked internal emails, private messages, and confidential organizational communications. These leaked documents, meticulously analyzed and widely disseminated, collectively revealed a calculated, deeply troubling, and ethically questionable strategy, allegedly conceived and meticulously orchestrated by Blake Lively's inner circle and potentially endorsed or at least tacitly condoned by figures within Silver Veil's leadership structure. The emails and messages in question suggested with increasing clarity and disturbing specificity that Blake Lively had directly or through a network of intermediaries and public relations operatives approached key representatives within Silver Veil's organizational hierarchy with a series of audacious requests that demonstrably transcended the conventionally accepted and ethically sound parameters of typical celebrity charity partnerships. The very core of these requests, meticulously documented and chillingly articulated in the leaked communications, was a brazen and ethically precarious proposition to strategically leverage Silver Veil's painstakingly cultivated and demonstrably robust media connections, its extensive and valuable network of established brand partnerships, and its overwhelmingly positive and widely respected public image, all with the explicitly stated objective of procuring demonstrably favorable press coverage specifically and unilaterally for Blake Lively herself amidst the rapidly escalating tensions and increasingly negative publicity surrounding the ill-fated Justin Baldoni film project. The leaked communications meticulously detailed a comprehensive and intricately planned, orchestrated approach outlining with step-by-step precision how ostensibly charitable Silver Veil events, pre-scheduled and ostensibly altruistic press releases, and even carefully targeted outreach campaigns directed towards influential social media personalities and key media outlets could be strategically and cynically repurposed, recontextualized, and ultimately weaponized to paint a deliberately sympathetic and meticulously curated picture of Blake's carefully constructed narrative surrounding the onset conflicts, the ultimate and unequivocally stated objective starkly laid bare in the incriminating leaked communications, appeared to be a transparently cynical and ethically reprehensible attempt to deflect negative attention, mitigate potential reputational damage, and strategically manipulate public perception, all while leveraging the resources and moral authority of a ostensibly altruistic charitable organization. This was not merely a case of proactive public relations management, nor was it simply an instance of strategically navigating potentially negative media narratives. It was a calculated, deliberate, and profoundly unethical attempt to cynically weaponize a respected charitable organization to exploit its hard-earned resources, its unimpeachable reputation, and its inherent moral authority as a protective shield, a PR smokescreen, and a strategic bulwark against the potentially damaging fallout of negative press and the erosion of Blake Lively's carefully cultivated personal brand, the once seemingly impenetrable and ethically sound wall meticulously separating genuine philanthropic endeavors from the often cynical machinations of Hollywood. Reputation management was not merely showing cracks or signs of stress, it was demonstrably and systematically crumbling brick by ethical brick, revealing a potentially devastating of compromised integrity and profoundly damaged trust. Always tease each other. He was after I gave birth. He was like, oh my gosh, if I lost you and I went to the park with our 3 kids, think of the ladies this is a horrible thing to say. And he's like, I've got a long list. And I was like, oh really, 'cause I just have one on my list. I didn't. It wasn't, and it wasn't funny anymore. It's so much more of a burn. He's like, wait, who? And I was like, think, knew. I don't know the cumulative weight of the mounting revelations contained within the leaked emails, coupled with the increasingly undeniable implications of the strategically deployed internal communications, sent a palpable jolt of near panic through the highest echelons of Silver Vale's organizational leadership. The esteemed board of directors, a body solemnly entrusted with the sacred responsibility of safeguarding the non-profit's core mission, upholding its unblemished reputation and meticulously preserving its ethical integrity, found themselves abruptly and unexpectedly confronted with a crisis of unprecedented magnitude, a reputational maelstrom of potentially catastrophic proportions. Silver Vale was demonstrably not just another celebrity-endorsed charity operating on the periphery of the philanthropic landscape. It was a deeply established, widely respected, and demonstrably impactful organization, fundamentally rooted in the foundational principles of unwavering public trust, demonstrable authenticity, and rigorously enforced transparent communication. These were not merely abstract aspirational values espoused in mission statements and annual reports. They were the very bedrock, the indispensable cornerstones upon which Silver Vale's long-term success, its unimpeachable credibility, and its enduring connection with its donors and beneficiaries were meticulously constructed and diligently maintained. The board members, seasoned professionals with decades of collective experience navigating complex ethical dilemmas and managing high-stakes reputational risks, understood with chilling clarity and growing unease the exceptionally delicate balance they were tasked with maintaining, a precarious equilibrium predicated on the unwavering faith of their donors, the tireless dedication of their volunteers, and the unwavering trust of the wider community, who had for years placed their implicit faith in Silver Vale's inherent integrity and unequivocally altruistic mission. They had successfully weathered various financial storms, navigated unpredictable economic downturns, and overcome numerous logistical challenges in the past, consistently relying on the founders' astute business acumen, their demonstrably strong leadership, and the unwavering loyalty of their deeply committed and demonstrably generous donor base. But this unfolding scandal, unlike any previous challenge they had confronted, was fundamentally different in its insidious nature, its potentially far-reaching consequences, and its direct assault on the very ethical foundations of the organization. The potential fallout from demonstrably manipulative PR tactics, if irrefutably substantiated and publicly exposed, was not merely immense in scope, it was potentially organization-ending, reputation annihilating, and fundamentally corrosive to the very core of Silver Vale's hard-earned public trust. An immediate, comprehensive, and demonstrably independent internal investigation was swiftly and decisively launched, spearheaded by the most senior, ethically unimpeachable, and demonstrably impartial members of the board. The founders, initially exhibiting defensiveness, understandable denial, and perhaps degree of strategic obfuscation, were placed under intense and unrelenting pressure to provide comprehensive explanations to fully account for the incriminating alleged communications and to cooperate fully and transparently with the rapidly escalating internal probe. The board, operating with a growing sense of urgency and a palpable atmosphere of crisis management, demanded complete, unredacted transparency, needing to meticulously understand the precise and potentially damaging extent of Blake's alleged ethically compromised requests, to thoroughly and impartially determine if Silver Vale's valuable resources had been knowingly or unknowingly co-opted for personal gain and strategic reputation management, and to urgently and accurately assess the potential and demonstrably rapidly escalating damage to their painstakingly cultivated public image, their demonstrably fragile donor confidence, and their long-term viability as a respected and ethically grounded philanthropic organization. As Silver Vale's internal investigation intensified, rapidly evolving into a full-on crisis management operation, and as the organization desperately attempted to contain the rapidly spreading contagion of scandal and suspicion, an unexpected, utterly unforeseen, and profoundly disruptive seismic event occurred, a bombshell revelation that detonated directly at the epicenter of the unfolding controversy, sending shock waves of disbelief, outrage, and ethical recrimination reverberating not only throughout Hollywood and the closely knit charity world, but also through the broader spheres of public opinion, media, scrutiny, and the increasingly unforgiving chord of public perception, in a move that served to exponentially amplify the already swirling vortex of damaging rumors, to dramatically escalate the rapidly intensifying public scrutiny, and to indelibly etch the unfolding scandal into the annals of Hollywood and philanthropic infamy. Blake Lively's highly respected and demonstrably well-compensated attorney abruptly, unexpectedly, and with an undeniable air of dramatic finality tendered her immediate resignation. The timing of this professionally explosive departure, occurring precisely at the zenith of the escalating Silver Vale controversy and amidst the crescendo of public outcry for transparency and accountability, was nothing short of devastatingly and strategically suspicious. The official public statement, released with calculated brevity and legally circumspect phrasing by the attorney's prestigious law firm, was deliberately cryptic, couched in carefully chosen legalistic euphemisms, and conspicuously devoid of any substantive detail, citing only vague and ultimately uninformative